Hey, this is Johnny with Johnny's BMW DIYs. Today I'm going to show you how to clay bar your hood and get ready for a new coat of wax. I'm using the Mother's clay bar system. I will leave a link in the description if you want to get this. It works real good. I also have this, which I'm going to try out as well. It's a clay bar glove. You get a lot more surface area. It is just good for a little while, but these are supposed to be pretty good too. This area of the hood I've already done, and it just feels smooth as glass. Now when I go over here, it feels like gritty, like sandpaper, unfortunately. And so all my old wax has got stuff embedded in it, and it needs to be removed. So what I'm going to do is keep this lubricated. You want to stretch it out, get it kind of flat in the palm of your hand. You want to keep it lubricated at all times with this, otherwise you're going to be dragging clay all over it and you're going to make a big mess. Has to stay, you want it to be wet, which I've already got some water on there, and just keep some spray on wax on it. If you decide to use that other system, the glove, some of them will include some wax to spray on with it, and some will not, and you can buy it separate, whatever you want to use. So as you're doing this, I'm talking over it, but you'll hear little click noises, and that's you running over the contaminants that are in the wax. So you want to go back and forth until it gets quiet. And if you see any water spots, you want to keep lubricating that area, but you want to go back and forth so you get all the minerals left by the water spot out of your paint, because you don't want to put a coat of wax over a water spot. Then the depth in your hood is going to not look so good because you got a big water spot encased in it like a fossil. So you want to get it looking real nice, and don't want to have to do it twice. You do get dry and have to end up with some clay traces. Just get the clay bar back out and get it wet and run over it. You should be able to get it back off pretty easily with the clay bar. Don't try with a rag because it just smears. Clay bar will pick up itself. Don't be afraid to use a lot of this stuff because, again, it's a pain if you don't to clean up. So I'm not seeing any water spots or contaminants visually, and I'm not feeling anything grabbing, no clicking. So I'm going to come around on that side, do the top portion. Eventually this clay bar does, if you don't wash your car really good before you do this, like wash the hood twice, because you're just going to ruin your clay bar picking up all the dirt that you could have just washed off. You'll get a lot longer use out of your clay bar with a clean car to begin with. Go on over into this area. Seeing some water spots, so just kind of stay in that area until they disappear. Again, this is just basically stripping everything off your paint, including the wax, so you're definitely going to need and another thing a lot of people do, I didn't choose to, but you can use Dawn dish soap to wash your car, which does a really good job of stripping your wax. Don't use it normally, because that will strip your wax off every time you wash your car, and you want your wax to last. I don't know if you can hear it, but very gritty sounding over here. Another reason, every once in a while you want to just hose that thing off. You hear a lot of grit, you might be able to get some of it off of the surface of it before it embeds itself. quiet as a mouse. It's super slick, makes it feel like it's got a coating of oil or something on it because it's so slippery. It's just nothing's catching on it. This is absolutely the best way to make sure that when you re-wax your car that you're not just making it, you're not sacrificing anything. You'll get the best shine you can get out of your paint. And this is great if you're going to do color correction, any kind of compounding for stuff that this won't remove. It's great to do this first because any contaminants that are in your paint will pick up. They'll pick up in your pads on your compound, your buffer, and that's just more contaminants to be swirling around and causing damage while you're trying to fix it. I'm gonna rinse all this off. Not much for the water to catch on. Some of it's staying, but I mean, it feels excellent. But at this point, like right here, I'm seeing just a little couple of spots, and there's a fingerprint right there. I can tell it's like some contaminants there. So I'm going to do a little bit of compounding, just and a polish. But this is all about just wax, stripping wax and clay barring. I'm going to do the compounding in another video, not just to drag this one out. So that's clay barring. Naturally, you want to get your water off as soon as you can, and if you're still seeing water spots, go back over it again. If you can't get it off with the clay bar, you may just want to get out some compound and just go in that area and follow up with a polish. Hopefully you just have a couple little contaminants left over that, or physical impurities, whatever you want to call them, and you can just go ahead and put some wax on it and clean it back up. All right, this is Johnny with Johnny's BMW DIYs. This applies to any car, by the way, with a normal paint job, base coat, clear coat. Please subscribe. I got lots of more videos, always working on cars, so any questions, I've been better about checking the comments these days. Feel free, and again, look for the link in the description for the clay bar set, and you guys take it easy.